Okay, hey YouTube, I just got these battery clips in the mail. Got them for both sides of my car. I thought I'd show you how they fit. And I saw that one of the videos I uploaded of putting a plastic bag on the ESC and receiver box was a really bad video because of the lighting, and I thought I'd demonstrate it to you one more time. As well as I'm going to show you this brace that I made for the ESC tray so that it won't wobble back and forth. Okay, so I guess the first thing I'd like to say is these batteries from Gens Ace are really good, except for the sticker here kind of came off. It kind of got water underneath when I ran it in the snow, which they're probably not meant for snow, so that was my fault. And this clip, the battery holder, slides in here perfect, but you gotta unplug one of the plugs for your balance charger. See, this goes right in the middle here. It will not work there when this thing is you just can't have it in there when the clip is in. You could possibly slide the whole battery back if I take this foam block out, slide the whole battery back and drill a hole through here if you want to just leave it in or whatever, but that's stupid. You don't even need this thing for running it around and driving your car. You only need the positive and negative side. Oh yeah, and you gotta unplug one of these things so that you can slide this in and snap it in. So yeah, a few little details that I didn't really like too much, but it doesn't really matter. And the brace, I made this thing out of a straw. I cut it at an angle at the top. I have just a piece of plastic from some toy I had, whatever. And I spray painted it all. First I hot glued it all together. Then I used super glue around the edges to make sure it all stay, the top and bottom with the plastic. Then I spray painted the whole thing. That's why it's blue. There's no really measurements I did. I just kind of guesstimated everything and cut it all out and glued it from scratch. And this little black tip on the end here is from an old antenna, which the antenna's on the side here, so I don't really need the whole straw. It used to be a lot longer. I just cut a piece off the end. And this goes right in here to this hole where the old antenna used to go, so it fits perfectly. That's what I use for one end of the brace. And then the other end, I just screw this flat plastic side. I cut the straw so it fits perfectly. Just glue this put it up against here. I drilled a hole right through the end here so that I can screw right into the plate here. And I didn't need to make any cuts. I just found this one right here and thought I could use that. And then I can also slide the thing up and down if I want to. I guess I don't slide it, but I unscrew it, tip the thing in, screw it in, or unscrew it, tip it back, screw it lower if I want to tip this thing a certain way. Don't think I'd ever need to, but you know, what the heck. And last of all, this bag. The way I have this set up is this usually wraps underneath the batteries like that, but I guess I can't do that right now. Anyway, real simple. Just put the thing over it. Make sure it goes kind of underneath. Bend the wires back. And then put a rubber band on. Super simple. I don't even think I need to make a video about this. But yeah. And water doesn't get up under there. Drive it in the snow, whatever. It's all safe. But I wouldn't go driving through any puddles that are like 3 inches deep or anything, because it is very possible for water to get up under there if the water comes up any higher than the chassis. And also, I wouldn't drive for a long time in the snow. I usually drive for about 10 minutes and then stop. and check everything. And so far I've driven it twice or 3 times and there hasn't ever been any water, not even drops or condensation on the inside of the bag or anything. So it's worked out great. But one thing that I'd like to say is, even if all your electronics are waterproof, your screws, your dog bones, and basically all the metal parts that rub on each other or rub on screws or Allen wrenches or anything that might rub the coating that off of the screws and expose the metal underneath. Well, yeah, all those pieces that you might be working on are going to have the coating rubbed off, so the metal's exposed and they will rust unless if you spray WD-40 on them. And I wouldn't use any other oil, because WD-40 itself is originally designed for preventing rust a long time ago, and then it evolved into everything else that we know. So yeah, that's a few little things I've done. I'll show you what it looks like with this thing on. It takes a few seconds to screw on. I don't want to do that right now. Look awkward and whatever. But yeah, stay tuned and subscribe if you want to see new videos. I'm coming up with more every day, and I got a really nice one coming up of driving in the snow. I'm going to try to make slow motion and edit it perfectly and stuff. It's probably going to be my last one of driving in the snow, because I don't really want to wreck my car and make it all rust out or anything. But it'll be awesome. We did a lot of recording, high speed and drifting and stuff like that. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see that. It'll probably be in a week or a week and a half or something like that. Okay, thanks.